Hello, my name is David Hartenstine, and I'm a math professor at Western Washington University. Welcome to a virtual version of Admitted Students Day. I wish I was meeting you and available to answer your questions in person, but we're going to do the best that we can with the current situation. So I have a short presentation that gets at some frequently asked questions and some of the opportunities for people interested in math at Western. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. These slides will be available later, so you won't have to rewatch the whole video in case you're interested in reviewing some of this. Okay, so a lot of people wonder what their first math class will be when they get to Western, and the short answer to that question is it really depends. It depends on your background and your interests. A lot of new students are going to take the ALEX Math Placement Assessment, the ALEX MPA. I'll get back to that in just a minute. If you do have transfer credits for calculus classes or above, you can start with whatever class that you have the right prerequisites for. For instance, if you have college credit for a Calculus 1 course that transfers as Math 124, you can register for Math 125, Calculus 2. If you have AP credit based on your score, you can get credit for either Math 124 or possibly also Math 125, again, Calculus 1 or 2. How much credit really depends on your exam score. I'll mention just a couple things now. So if you score a 3 on the AB exam, that should say AB, not AP, that's right here. We advise you taking Math 124. It will solidify your understanding of calculus topics and help set you up for later success. Math 138 is an interesting course. It's called Accelerated Calculus. If you had a 4 or a 5 on the AB exam, we strongly recommend that you take this course. In 1 quarter, it covers the material from Math 124 and 125, Calc 1 and 2. It will count for credit even if you have AP credit. It will help you adjust to college level mathematics, and it's a really interesting course. If you have any questions at all about where the placement should be based on your AP test, your college credit, consult with the math department during new student orientation. We're here to help. We're here to help you with that. Okay, so I mentioned the ALEX MPA, the Math Placement Assessment. Okay, so this is used to determine what course you can register for up through Calculus 1. If you are going to take it, you should complete that at least 2 weeks before starting a new student orientation program if you're going to take math during your first quarter. Some people do not have to take the math placement test. I will get back to that in just a sec. But no matter what your background is, whether you have AP credit, college credit, etc., if you want to get into Honors Calculus 1, which is a special opportunity, it's you need to have the permission of the instructor for that course. It's a great way to get involved with math at Western. If you are interested in taking that course, you do need to take the MPA no matter what. Okay, a couple more exceptions for people who don't need to take the placement assessment. If you got a C+ or better in a college pre-calc 1 course, you can go into Math 157 or Math 240. If you completed a college pre-calculus sequence with C+ or better, you are ready for Calculus 1 and you can skip the MPA. Okay, so moving on. Why would you want to study math at Western in particular? The math department offers a wide variety of degrees. The Bachelor of Science in Math is the most flexible. I'll say a little bit about that in a bit, but we also have a BS in Applied Math. There are degrees in Math Education. We have a BS in Statistics. There are combined majors with other departments like Computer Science and Physics and Economics, among others. We also have a master's program, and some of our stronger students will go for the accelerated BS-MS program. So this is an opportunity with some pre-planning to earn a bachelor's and a master's degree in just 5 years' time. Typically, it takes 4 years to earn the bachelor's degree, and then a master's program is 2 years. But with proper advising, you can make all that happen in 5 years. There are a huge number of career opportunities for people with a math background, and this is growing all the time. I think a stereotype is, oh, if you study math, you have to become a math teacher or an actuary. It is possible if you want to be a math teacher or an actuary, yes, you should get a math degree, but there are many, many other opportunities available. I just list some of them here, in finance, in technology, in engineering. Yeah, instead of asking what can you do with a math degree, I think a better question is what can't you do with a math degree? One of the things that I think sets Western apart from other places, and one of the things I enjoy most about teaching here is that the classes are small. Once you get past calculus classes and up, there's never more than about 35 students in any classes. Some classes are much smaller than that. Some classes are limited to 20 or so, and you really get to know your professors and get to know your classmates. It's a different environment than having a lecture with hundreds of people in it. Something else I really like about our program is the major, the Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics, which is our most popular major. It's very flexible. You can choose your upper level courses to really fit your interest within mathematics. Maybe you like algebra more than you like computational mathematics, for example, or vice versa. You can really pick those upper level courses to match your future, your career interests or your academic interests once you get through the first year or two of the calculus and linear algebra foundation. There's also a lot of opportunity outside the classroom. Some of our students become math tutors in the math centers. So this is a place to get tutoring from students in classes that are at calculus or above. That's a great opportunity to build your tutoring skills and also sharpen your own knowledge of mathematics. There are math conferences throughout the year that involve teams of students. A lot of students really enjoy doing that. It's a way to stretch yourself outside of your coursework. It's possible to work on independent projects with professors. Many of our students attend academic conferences, networking opportunities, and way to find out about additional opportunities. You could also get involved with student-led clubs. One piece of advice for the math majors, a computing class is required, and the advice is to take that as early as you can. For one reason, it's just good to get that out of the way. It's not always easy to get into those classes, but space is reserved for students who are beginning at Western. Also, it will help you in your later classes. Okay, so now I want to move on to opportunities in math education. So if you're interested in becoming a math teacher, it's a great time. You may have heard about this, but there's a large demand, and that demand is growing for people who have teachers who have expertise in mathematics. And the department offers majors in both elementary and secondary math education. So let me say a little bit more about that. So we have Bachelor of Arts in Education programs. These are BAE degrees, and those programs combine courses in math and education courses. To follow this path, you do need to be admitted to the Woodring College of Education eventually. But when you're done, you graduate with that bachelor's degree, but you also have certification for teaching. This is the quickest way to go from college into the classroom. It also does not require taking an additional sequence of science courses, which is required for many of the other options in math. Another path to the classroom that many students follow is to complete either a Bachelor's of Arts or a Bachelor of Science in math, followed by getting certification through a post-bac program or through the MIT, a Master's in Teaching program. Okay, so this path does require a supporting sequence in a science or computer science or economics, usually 3 or 4 courses. But then after you've completed that degree, you could either go through a 4-quarter certification program or a 5-quarter Master in Teaching program offered through Woodring. This opens you up to more flexibility in your career options. For one, if you decide later that you don't want to be a teacher, you have that bachelor's degree in math. But it also opens up additional opportunities in the educational field. You may also have a higher starting salary with a more advanced degree. My advice here is, if you're thinking of becoming a math teacher, seek departmental advising from my colleagues who specialize in our math education programs early in the time at Western, so that you're choosing the appropriate classes. Okay, so also moving on to statistics. So in recent years, we've added a new Bachelor's of Science in Statistics degree, and we also now have a minor in statistics. This is in response to great student demand and also great demands from industry. Statistics is really all about analyzing and making sense of data and using those conclusions to make well-informed decisions. A huge variety of applications in statistics, and demand for statisticians or people with statistical expertise is growing all the time. Lots of career opportunities with this background. If you think you might be interested in studying statistics, the advice is to take Math 341 and 342 as soon as you can. These courses are offered every quarter, and you can get into Math 341 once you have completed Calc 2, Math 125. The reason you would want to do this early is it'll let you know, your experience with those courses will let you know, first of all, if you like statistics, and if you do, it will lay the foundation for more advanced work in the field and get you on the path to completing that major. I always advise math majors to at least take some statistics. It opens up more career possibilities to have at least some statistics under your belt, and give it a try. If you like it, maybe take more. You don't have to major in statistics, but again, just having some course background with statistics will improve your career opportunities once you leave Western. Okay, so that's about all I've got. I'm going to wrap up with some contact information for some of the topics that I've just gone over. Thanks for listening. I really do hope this was helpful. I wish I was meeting you in person again, and I do hope that I meet some of you in September. Thanks.